Reid, this is Alan Cockrell with ABC Baseball Camps. I just received your video and we're going to do a little analysis here. The first thing that I look up is the setup position, Reid. In your setup position, you're actually in a very, very good position. You're in a balanced position. Your knees are inside your feet, okay? And your head is inside of your knees. And in this position, you're very balanced. You're very athletic. The one change that I would make in a setup position is, and we will continue to talk about this throughout your lesson, is I would have just a little bit more of a perpendicular bat, or a bat that is more at a 45-degree angle as opposed to a flat bat. And as we go forward, you'll get a chance to see what I'm talking about. But your initial setup position is very balanced, very athletic. Okay, Reid, now as we start to move forward in your swing, we're going to move into the load phase. This is preparing to hit. Actually, we're preparing to see the ball and then put a swing on it. But as we get into the loaded position, the one thing, or the two things that I'm going to point out to you is the bend in the knee right here is good, okay? The bend in this knee is a little bit more straight, and as this knee starts to straighten up, it's going to cause this front hip to want to fly open, and in turn is going to cause this front shoulder to want to fly open. So what I would like to see is I would like to see more flexion in this front knee. Instead of it being straight, I'd rather see flexion where the knee would actually, well, I can't do it, but the knee's actually going to be bent as it is in this one. Good equal bend in both knees. The other thing I'm going to point out is this front foot is just a little bit more open than 45 degrees. We want to have good equal bend in both knees. We want to have our hips and our feet more squared up to home plate. This is more of an open position. It's more open than 45 degrees. And again, as we start the swing process, your front side is going to want to open up instead of driving your backside forward and through to the baseball. Again, one more thing I'm going to point out is this flat bat. This flat bat will create drag through the zone as opposed to a more perpendicular bat, so the hands can work forward in this position instead of this bat dragging around all the way in this fashion. Okay, Reid, now as we move forward into the actual swing process, we'll see what I was talking about with this front foot. Because this front foot has opened, your front hip has prematurely opened, and that just kind of causes your hands to work out and around. Again, you can see your bat angle here, and we would rather see that bat angle in this position at this point. I do like how your back knee is driving into your front side. I'd just like to keep you a little bit more closed up with your front foot down here so that we can stay more squared up as we move into the ball. As we take it into contact, you can see that the bat will get to contact there, but then because it's a high pitch we miss underneath, that's okay. But that bat will finish very, very abruptly over towards the third base side. We'd like to keep that bat going directly through the center of the field from contact all the way into the finished position. Reid, I have a couple of drills I would suggest for you. In fact, I would do all the drills off a tee, and I would set the tee on the outside corner of the plate, just inside my front foot, and I would really work on keeping my equal bend in my knees, my front foot more squared up, and then letting my lower half rotate to that ball so that we're hitting line drives through the second baseman or line drives over the second baseman's head into right center. I would then move the tee to the middle part of the plate, and I would do the exact same thing with the exact same focus and try to hit line drives right back up the middle through the pitcher. I would then move it in, and I would try to hit in inner portion of the plate. I would put the tee maybe 2, 3, 4 inches in front of my stride foot, and I would try to hit line drives through the shortstop. And in covering the entire strike zone with those 3 drills, it forces you to be in a more squared up position, particularly with your lower half. And I think your front foot causes the front hip to want to go, which in turn causes the front shoulder to go, and then that just brings our swing plane to the third base side or to the pull side of the field just about every pitch. This is going to enable you to hit the ball on the middle part of the plate to the outer portion of the plate with regularity. And I want to wish you luck and thank you for coming to our camp. Reid, one more thing. I want to run this thing all the way through, and we're talking about balance in the swing and what the equal bend in both knees will do. And as you can see, when we get to the finish part of the swing, because that front foot is open and we've come up on the heel, the balance is taking you really, really to the pull side, and we're pulling off the ball, and everything is working to that third base side. So again, we're just trying to keep you in a better balanced position so that you can react to where the pitch is instead of trying to dictate where the pitch goes by opening up your front side prematurely. Thanks again, and best of luck, buddy.